But back to your point on how this is open season, I mean, here's the thing. What's implied in that, what you're not saying but implying, is that then broad strokes on all police are the hunters out to kill. Is that really fair, Congressman?
Well, yeah, I think it's a fair accusation or a fair depiction of what's happening in society today. We find an overabundance, and we've got video evidence of black males who are being shot and killed by police officers. Now, that doesn't include the numbers who are being wounded, nor does it include the people who tasers are being used upon, which may or may not be necessary in a given situation. So what we have is we're seeing black males. We don't see any other demographic being inordinately singled out for this kind of misconduct than we do
I was
with
talking to
black
a man just the other night on our 10 o'clock show who is not African American, who is the man who was beaten and tased in a desert after, granted, eluding police and running and jumping on a horse. So he was not African American, and we have absolutely run that video here at CNN. Here's my next question, though, and I'm with you. I agree that, for example, the case in North Charleston involving Walter Scott was absolutely outrageous. But we've covered enough of these. We've covered enough of these to see, Congressman, that a number of these suspects are resisting arrest or are fleeing police.
Well, nobody deserves to die for committing or attempting to commit a misdemeanor or some offense that does not place in jeopardy the life of a police officer. And we've just simply had too many episodes where people are quick to pull the trigger and ask questions later. That's the problem that we have in this country, and it always seems to be the black male who is, according to statistics, 4 times more likely to die in police custody than any other demographic.
Why do you think, though? I mean, you're from the South. You have probably lived, discrimination at some point in time. I'm just wondering if is the reason why you say this open season we're seeing more of this is simply because people are more armed with cameras and dash cams and body cams?
Well, I said it feels like it's open season, and I said that because I know that this kind of misconduct has been occurring as long as anyone can remember. And the problem is, or the issue is, we're now seeing it live, or we're seeing it on video now. And it is causing more people to come forward with their experiences, and it is causing more news outlets to cover critically these claims that police always make, which is that the suspect tried to reach for my weapon. I was placed in fear of imminent bodily harm, and so I fired in self-defense or in defense of others. And then you turn, you really look at it, you see that it happened in a totally different way.
But it's tough. I know a lot of wonderful members of law enforcement, and to paint this in broad strokes, that policemen would be doing the hunting just isn't fair.
And I don't want to impugn the professionalism of every police officer out there, but I will say that there's a culture in law enforcement that you can see a police officer engage in some misconduct, and then you don't tell anybody about it, and you cover it up. And so those are the kinds of things that we need to root out of the system. All police officers are not bad. I have a lot of friends who are in law enforcement, and it hurts me to have to say that, yes, law enforcement is a problem, and there is a problem that law enforcement as a whole has caused, and law enforcement needs to be a part of the process of cleaning it up.
Okay.
And so you have to let the shoe, if the shoe fits, you got to wear it.